Okay, people, so I gotta be honest about the latest episode of Attack on Titan. If I'm not mistaken, the latest episode is the final season, aka season 4, episode 7. I'm not sure what that translates into in the totality. I want to say it's like 67. But yeah, I gotta just keep it real about this episode, and in particular, a couple of different instances that was like, whoa, we've gotta talk. Like, Eren Yeager, Armin, what happened with the Jaw Titan, like, a lot to discuss. But in particular, there's one thing that we're gonna discuss throughout this video. It's not gonna be a long video, to be honest with you. There's just a few things I gotta get off me chest about this episode. But I gotta say, I guess, should I just start off with this? Like, yo, long live, right? Long live Eren Yeager, baby. Like, I'm a Yeagerist at this point, okay? Like, hands down, this character has shot up in the ranks of characters, of MCs for me. Like, we went from the days of Eren Yeager being, you could argue, he was a stereotypical revenge-driven MC. That's what he was in the beginning. Like, I'm gonna kill them all. I'm gonna get revenge. There was a lot of times, like, in my mind, off the top of my head, that comes to my mind. I'm like, okay, like, when he got kidnapped and he was, you know, screaming and crying, and, you know, he would act very rebellious, like a annoying, angsty teenager at times. Granted, he had every reason in the world, don't get it twisted. Like, what happened to him was horrific, but the way he went about reacting to the situations back then, I remember a lot of people were like, yo, he's so vanilla, he's so just like whatever. Everybody around Eren is the meat of the characters that you want, like the Mikasas, the Levi's, the Hanji, like all of those characters were the people that you went to Attack on Titan for. Eren was just there like to drive the plot, but we really went there to watch those characters and how they handle situations. But you come to the final season of Attack on Titan, it is night and day with that bastard, damn it. It is night and day, and for the betterments. Like, honestly, Eren Yeager is starting to shoot up into conversations with characters that I never in my wildest dreams thought he would ever make it to. I'm talking about, like, he is an incredible anti-hero. He is just an incredible MC, very complex and deep. I put him in the conversations now. He's starting to get there at the very least. I'm not gonna say completely, but he's getting to the conversations of, like, the Gutses from Berserk, you know, Guts, Kiritsugu Emiya from Fate Zero. He's starting to make it his way to those discussions, and that's a tough feat, to be honest with you, especially, like, you know, there's different classes of anime fandom, right? Like, in particular, those are usually the ones that, like, even the elitist, they say, like, yo, Guts hands down, Kiritsugu hands down, but Eren has actually broken the mold of, like, because, you know, technically Attack on Titan is a shonen, but what he has just contributed to the story and what he's done, the amount of character development has just been astronomical, and it's felt legitimate. It has not felt like BS. It's felt like, oh, this is really, we've seen the journey for him to get here right now, because what he does in episode 7, yet again, his brutality by any means necessary. A couple of scenes that I just want to point out, because again, I'm not going to talk about the episode from top to bottom. There's a few scenes, but talking about Eren in particular, like when he grabs the freaking Jaw Titan, he, you know, discerns like, oh, this is the best way I could get the Warhammer Titan, and just starts using as, like, I don't know, a human can opener or some shit, I don't know what you would call it, and then crouches down and drinks the blood, which also contains some of the spinal fluid of the Warhammer Titan, and basically absorbing the Warhammer. But the way it was done was just so freaking brutal. It was like, Eren Yeager, you're the character that we've all needed and wanted for so long, and you finally have arrived. The final season has just showcased a whole different type of character, a whole different tier, a whole different class with Eren Yeager. Like, at the end of the day, for me, it's fuck Marley, long live Eren Yeager for life. This character is so freaking amazing throughout this episode. I was just baffled at, like, how did we get here to such a grandiose, spectacular, intelligent, wise, all around great character. Yes, horrible things are happening, but let's not forget, neither side is innocent. Like, at the end of the day, what happened to Eren's homeland was terribly disgusting. They murdered his mother in front of his face, essentially. So many horrible things happened. In fact, just an episode or two ago, when the Thai bar was talking about murdering people in Paradise and getting Eren Yeager, they were all like, yeah! Even though they just were explained that, like, yo, Paradise are kind of like victims in a way. They're not really, like, to blame, like, giving the actual history, and they still, so at the end of the day, what the fuck am I gonna feel bad about Marley. Like, nah, fam, nah. Eren Yeager, get him. And while I spent a good majority of this video so far, you know, chanting, go Eren, go Eren, there's other things, yes, that I do want to discuss. For starters, the big thing that came with this episode, episode 7, Armin's Colossal Titan form and the catastrophe that happened. To be honest with you, I would argue that they definitely did more damage to Marley to a certain degree without Titans surrounding Marley at that. Because remember, Titans were surrounding Paradise when Reiner and Bertolt busted down walls, so then the Titans did more carnage. Like, looking at the city and the colossal destruction, no pun intended, well, pun intended, I don't know, was I intending it? Either way, Armin coming out of the Colossal Titan, you could definitely see that, like, this is one of his first ventures. Well, this is actually his first venture in terms of like real combat, whatever, but just seeing his Colossal Titan is not too different from Bertolt's. You can see definitely it like slightly resembles Armin in the face more, but it's not radically different from the Colossal Titan that Bertolt was wielding around, because again, the Titan usually tries to mimic the look of the person that, you know, is controlling it or whatever, and we just see Armin looking down at the destruction. And again, this is a mirror of how much things have changed and how radical these people have become, that they're just destroying, murdering. You see throughout the episode again, the scouts just going in. Granted, you also see Marley murdering some of the soldiers as well. You see Marley busting back. Maggot is there with the shotgun on. They're like, foul, foul, who the fuck, foul? It was just insane, this war. But I also like that Hanji, when Armin got back into the blimp, she's like, yo, you got the spirit of Erwin, because again, they're doing some really dangerous, taking risks, but at the end of the day, it's been, well, so far, at the very least, kind of paying off, because it kind of dawned on me in this episode, like, Marley got a lot of Titans. They got the Beast Titan, they got, you know, Reiner on deck, they got a lot of people there, the Jaw Titan, the Warhammer, the Cart Titan. Oh my god, what happened to Peak Finger? No! They got a lot of Titans, and well, they had, because it's starting to dwindle down, baby. Eren Yeager, hey! And again, just like, I don't know, I'm all over the place, but when Eren grabbed the Jaw Titan, just started slamming him around after using his teeth to bust open the Warhammer Titan's crystallized form, like, God bless Eren Yeager. Shoutouts to Levi too, on the sneak tip catching Zeke, the Beast Titan, through the neck. I was like, yo, Levi, let's go. Some of that Levi epicness and greatness was displayed full throttle in this episode as well. And then towards the end of the episode, seeing that basically Reiner has been in like a sleep-like state that he basically can't get out of because he doesn't have the will to live. The Titans, the reason why they're able to heal, which I guess has kind of been a factor, I don't know if that's been clearly stated, but they heal because they have a will to live. So you want to live, this Titan form will keep on healing and healing. But because Reiner is suicidal and has been, he's just there stuck in like a comatose type of state until Gabby and Falco start screaming, "Oi, mate! We're gonna fucking die, lad! Help us out, mate!" And then all of a sudden, at the end of the episode, Reiner turns into his armored Titan form, which I'm not gonna lie, the new look on the face was hilarious. It kind of looked like a troll meme for a second there. Like, to be honest with you, throwing a criticism in there is, yeah, this was the first episode where I can hands down say that it was starting to get a little noticeable, the CGI not looking too hot. Like, just keeping it 100% real. Like, I've defended the CGI because I genuinely felt like it wasn't bad. This episode, it started looking a little bit funny in the light. Not enough, or will it ever be enough to go talk shit to an animator? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you if you're doing that? But yeah, the CGI was a little bit like, ugh. And honestly, Attack on Titan is going down as a masterpiece. Eren Yeager is going down as one of the greatest anti-heroes in anime and manga history. And that is that. Curious what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think about Eren Yeager, their plan, how you think things are gonna go? And is Attack on Titan's final season thus far one of the best pieces of storytelling you've seen in a long time? Honestly, Attack on Titan, it has to be one of the greatest anime out there. If it's not in your top 50, and that's me being very, very like open about it, like top 50. What are you watching? I want to know. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And one more time, I gotta say, long live Eren Yeager by any means necessary. That is one of the best MCs, and I love to praise good quality characters, quality main characters. Bless Eren Yeager.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch natural bliss, but that I